KGUN 9 on your side first warning weather with meteorologist April Madison.
Well, it is 5:18. We are seeing cool temps, chillier in some places versus others. This is the reading in and around the airport, but here on the east side, a little bit cooler in some low-lying areas. At one point has already dipped to the upper 40s around the metro. Some areas even going to see some freezing temps this morning across Cochise, Santa Cruz, parts of southern Graham and Greenlee County. So those valleys south and east of Tucson still stand the chance to hit the freezing mark up until about 8 o'clock this morning. And then we're going to warm up decently. I think most of these temps are still going to be about 5 to 7 degrees above average, but this may be the last day we see this many 70s on the map because it is going to warm up pretty quickly. 77 in Nogales today, 74 Sierra Vista and Sonoita, 78 Tubac, 80 in Sells and 3 Points, 82 Ajo, 79 in Picacho will hopefully stay just under that 80 in Tucson, 80 in Sorita, 77 Corona Day, Tucson and Vail. Overnight we'll once again see some pretty chilly temps. I'm not sure we'll end up being under a freeze watch or warning again, but some places may hit it or come very close, like Tombstone, Wilcox, 33, 34, and then 39 in Douglas, 43 in Bowie. We'll see right at the freezing mark in Sonoita, close to it again in Sierra Vista, 41 in Tubac, 40s across western Pima County, and even expected to hit about 47 in Tucson tonight before it starts to go back up. So again, chilly mornings, chilly evenings, just not staying chilly in the afternoon. And the reason for it is that right there, we've got a little bit of moisture that's starting to creep in and may see a few clouds swing through southern Arizona, but it's that high pressure that's just been kind of strengthening and building to our south, and it's not going anywhere. It's going to be there for, I'd probably say, about another week, maybe longer, and it's going to become more amplified as we start to get into that Thanksgiving holiday. These are the forecast highs versus the current record. So when you're talking, 18 degrees above average, it's no wonder we're going to see record heat again. And we're not talking just tying it. In some days, we're expected to beat it by at least a degree or two. We'll come close on Wednesday, and then literally those entire 4 days, we are going to see record heat Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Big Al?
21 minutes after 5, April Madison. Thanksgiving week, a shortened week. You can feel a little bit of the celebration in the air, a little lighter step for a lot of folks here, even at the television station. One more thing about the price of gas. We did our regular unleaded update. I just wanted to mention for the folks that have diesels, it's gone up 4 cents. It's the one that's really rocketed up over the weekend. These are still the two low-price leaders, the Fry's and the Shell at Sahuarita Road, if you need diesel for your vehicle. Cortero Farms, east of Interstate 10, the widening project continues there. Through that stretch of roadway, east and westbound, is down to 25 miles per hour. And the one word underneath there, it's the real deal. They do watch it. It'll be done by December of 2018. You can use Linda Vista as your alternate route. That's the latest from our First Warning Traffic Center. We're continuing to have success with our pothole patrol segments. Young Pat Paris handed those off to me a couple of months ago. This time it's on Anway, not Amway, Anway with an N, south of Avra Valley Road. It's west of Marana's Northwest Regional Air Park. It's been patched before, but the potholes keep coming back. Look at the road. It's pretty tough shape. After checking it out, we sent a request to Pima County's Department of Transportation to open a repair ticket. They did, and it's fixed. Now, that road's still a rough ride, but there are no potholes there. If you have a pothole that you see on your way to work, school, or wherever, send a picture or two and the location. That's so important. I've got one somewhere near 4th Avenue from a lady who sent it to me. I want to get that one fixed, but I don't know where near 4th it is. So send potholes at KGUN9.com, potholes, plural, at KGUN9.com. We'll work to get it repaired. Pat and Sam, back to you.
Way to go, Big Al. Thank you. Honda recalling nearly 800,000 Odyssey minivans, the preventable issue behind the second row seats tipping forward when you apply the brakes.
Plus, one woman was so tired about people wanting to touch her hair that she made a game about it. And now it's viral. It's 5:23. You are watching KGUN 9 on your side.
Hi, buddy. I'm Jim Click, and I'm inviting you to the biggest sales event of the year. It's the Jim Click Black Friday sales event. Why fight the crowds to save a few bucks when you can get thousands of dollars off a brand new truck, SUV, or car, and get 0% financing on over 500 brand new cars. So get the perfect holiday vehicle during the Jim Click Black Friday sales event at any of our 10 locations or shop 24/7 at jimclick.com.
.526, and this morning Honda is recalling about 800,000 Odyssey minivans because of problems with latching their seats. Honda now says that those seats can tip forward after the vehicle brakes if they're not properly latched after being adjusted or reinstalled. But the company says the problem will not occur if the seats are properly latched. The recall includes vehicles made between 2011 and 2017. Honda says that 46 people have been hurt because of the issue.
A black woman tired of people touching her hair turned her frustration into a video game. Momo Pixel designed Hair Gnaw after she was tired of people putting their hands in her hair, uninvited. The free computer game lets you design a character, then swat away as many hands as you can in 30 seconds. While the game is supposed to be fun and funny, she says it tackles an issue experienced by many black women. Pixel says she wants people to know how much of an invasion of privacy and personal space that is.
Hair Gnaw.
Hair Gnaw.
Hair Gnaw. A former University of Arizona running back expected to face a 2 to 8 year prison sentence today.
Whether parole is an option for Orlando Bradford. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side.
Senior or a family member of a senior considering a reverse mortgage, you deserve the facts. Don't rely on information or advice from a toll-free number. Work with one of our local reverse mortgage experts. We'll meet with you face-to-face to explain the pros and the cons of this unique financial tool and answer all of your questions. Call Glenn and Robin at the Smart Team at Nova Home Loans today. 520-790-5900. That's 520-790-5900. Or go to smartloanaz.com.
Good Morning Tucson starts right now.
On GMT, he was the mastermind of a killing spree that shook the U.S. in the year of love and freedom. The wild-eyed leader of a murderous cult, Charles Manson, dead this morning. Plus, Tucson International Airport and airlines gearing up for the busy travel week. What you need to know so you can gear up as well.
And a school library set on fire, windows smashed, computers crashed. This morning, vandalized AMPHI schools are getting money to rebuild from those who protect and serve. Good morning, Tucson. I'm Samantha Cortese.
I'm Pat Paris. Thanks so much for joining us. 5:31 now on your Monday, a holiday week. Some taking the week off already. Others will be doing the same thing maybe Thursday and Friday.
Others working Monday through Friday. April Madison, how's the weather?
It's nice right now, a little bit on the chilly side. It's not going to stay chilly, though, and certainly not by Thanksgiving. 50 at the airport in Tucson. We have 30s and 40s, though, across Cochise, Santa Cruz, Southern Graham, and Greenlee County. So definitely going to be a chilly start to the day. Kiddos may even need a jacket as they head off to school with that 53. That's all we're going to have warmed to by 8 a.m. And then 79, still above average by about 7 degrees, but at least we're still saying 79. We'll talk about those 80s returning and just how warm it's going to get coming up. How's it looking, Big Al?
Pretty good, April Madison. I don't have any fender benders, which is outstanding here. I hope that because it's the holiday week that we are very, very low with those incidents. We have 9 minutes of travel time on Oracle Road between Oro Valley and Tucson Mall. And in Green Valley, from Duval Mine, if you're heading up from the Pima, not the Pima Air and Space Museum, but the Titan Missile Museum, which is a great tour if you have guests in for Thanksgiving. Duval Mine Road is where you get on to the I-19 from that Space Museum and head up toward Interstate 10. That's pretty good travel time. Fog sealing project on mission between Ajo and Valencia. They started it last week. They're patching, doing crack sealing. That's the latest from our First Warning Traffic Center.
All right, Big Al, thank you. This morning we're tracking brand new reaction to Charles Manson's death. The California Department of Corrections says he died of natural causes overnight at the age of 83. The man who prosecuted Manson called him an evil con man and said everyone should be focused on his victims right now, not him. Manson was the brains behind a cult. He ordered his followers to kill actress Sharon Tate and others. His goal is to create a race war. Tate's sister Deborah told People magazine she prayed for Manson's soul when she heard the news. Happening today, the man accused of stabbing another man after an argument last year at Santa Rita Park will be sentenced to prison. Police say the victim approached Philip Lewis Jr. and a woman who were sitting on a bench in the park. The two men then got in an argument, and during a fight, Lewis stabbed the victim. Officers were able to find Lewis after arriving on the scene, where he was also arrested for a probation violation.
Also happening today, former Arizona Wildcats running back Orlando Bradford is expected to be sentenced after pleading guilty to multiple aggravated assault charges. Bradford's girlfriend told police he attacked her and held her against her will last year. Another woman claimed Bradford assaulted her multiple times. He faces between 2 to 8 years in prison. Probation is not available as part of the plea deal. The Thanksgiving holiday once again looks to be very busy at airports. While Tucson International Airport and the airlines are gearing up to meet the expected demand, there are a few things you should know that'll catch you better prepared. That way you're not that one person in line that you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's clearly not flying very often.
9 on your side's Carlos Rowe joins us now in studio with what you can do to save time during this travel rush. Carlos.
You definitely don't want to be that person. Now, the quietest time for travelers at the airport will be Thanksgiving evening and Friday, which means if you're flying before Thanksgiving Day, you should expect things to be pretty busy at Tucson International, especially because there have been some changes in the last couple of months. The TSA checkpoint entrances to both concourses have been moved. The passengers departing on Southwest or United Airlines reach the A gates at the east end of the ticketing level. Passengers departing on Alaska, American, or Delta reach the B gates from the checkpoint at the west end of the ticketing level. There are also new TSA requirements. Carry-on electronic devices larger than a cell phone must be removed from any cases and placed in a bin for screening. That means you should definitely allow yourself some extra time for potentially longer lines. Meantime, American and Southwest are offering curbside bag check. All other airlines require passengers to check bags at their check-in counters. Meantime, construction of food and beverage concessions will continue this week. Now, for those who are still looking to purchase tickets this week, In the next half hour, I'll tell you what you can expect to pay to fly out of Tucson International. Pat and Sam, send it back to you guys.
All right, Carlos, thank you. 5:35 now. The Tucson Police Officers Association is stepping in to help 4 AMPHI schools rebuild after they were vandalized last month. Today, TPOA will present a check to the AMPHI Foundation. The association says it is matching up to $1,000 raised in a GoFundMe page to help make repairs. 2 teens and a 12-year-old boy were arrested for setting a fire in the AMPHI Middle School library, destroying computers and smashing windows.
The Salvation Army is hosting a meal on Thanksgiving for those in need, but they're in desperate need of food items. Donations are still being accepted at the Hospitality House located at 1002 North Main Avenue. For a list of specific items needed, go to KGUN9.com. Do you know which room in your house has the most germs making you and your family sick? It's actually the kitchen in your home that has more E. coli and salmonella than your bathroom. But it's not just your home. Your office is full of germs too. Dr. Charles Gerba from the University of Arizona says getting sick from others in your workplace is easy to do.
If a person comes into an office with a cold and touching surfaces, he'll spread that virus to about 50% of the people in that room within in the office within 4 hours.
Wow. Wow.
Gross. 9 on your side's Alexa Liaka will have the full story tonight on KGUN 9 at 10 p.m. 4 hours for your coworker to get everyone sick. We both have tissues sitting right.
Yeah, we've both been hand sanitizing.
Mm-hmm. This morning, crews are analyzing what could be failed satellite calls from a missing submarine. Coming up, what's making the search even harder.
Plus, Alex Bowman is set to replace Dale Earnhardt Jr., why NASCAR's most successful team is putting a Tucson driver in that 88 car. April.
And it's chilly in Tucson, but some areas even expected to hit the freezing mark this morning. We'll talk about the freeze warning and how long it's going to last coming up. It's 5:37. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side.
Licensed, bonded, and insurance. Paint Kings, we're Tucson's pro. You'll love our prices because they're low, low, low.
Germs, they're everywhere.
It's actually safer to make a sandwich on a toilet seat than a cutting board.
From your home to the office. KGUN 9 uncovers the ugly truth about germs. Tonight at 10. KGUN 9 on your side is brought to you by Rebad.
Welcome back. It's 5:40 and around the world. Let's start in Atlanta. This happened just a short time ago. Actually, that's a live look after it already did implode. Just a few minutes ago, the home of the Atlanta Falcons for 25 years, the Georgia Dome, was imploded. Not much left, just a lot of debris that will be needed to clean up. Mercedes-Benz Stadium opened this season right next door. You can see it there on the left side of your screen. The new stadium, no longer the Georgia Dome next door.
Quite the upgrade.
Yes.
This morning, Argentina's Navy is trying to figure out if 7 failed satellite calls it detected came from a missing submarine. The submarine has 44 crew members on board. Nobody's had contact with the sub since Wednesday. The weather has not cooperated, making it harder for search crews. Navy leaders also think the weather is why those satellite calls would not connect. The U.S. Navy is helping with that search.
This morning, Pennsylvania authorities have increased the reward for information that helps find the killer of a Pittsburgh area police officer. New Kensington officer Brian Shaw was shot and killed Friday evening. Officials say Shaw had pulled somebody over, and that led to a foot chase, but details are scarce after that. They say the suspect then fled the scene after the shooting and remains at large, so they've upped the reward for information to $40,000.
This morning, President Trump is renewing his push for a border wall after a Border Patrol agent died in Texas. His tweet said, in part, "We will seek out and bring justice to those responsible. We will and must build the wall." Agent Rogelio Martinez was hurt while responding to an incident and later died. The FBI took over the investigation. Martinez's partner was also hurt and is in serious condition. Investigators have not revealed his identity. This happened in the Big Bend area near Texas and Mexico border.
Well, this is a small community. You don't think about this happening next door, but it's absolutely terrifying.
Authorities are searching the area for suspects and witnesses.
Now, KGUN 9 on your side first warning weather with meteorologist April Madison.
5:42. It's a bit chilly outside. A couple of readings not popping up right now. I can tell you Wilcox is in the 30s, Sells likely in the 50s, and we're right at 50 in Tucson. 42 Nogales, 34 in Douglas. These are the areas that will likely see the freezing mark or maybe even right below it before it starts to go up. So there are a few places that are still under that freeze warning till about 8 a.m. Little more than 2 hours left. Temps again could even dip as low as the upper 20s. So protect the people, plants, and pets. Bring them inside. Certainly make sure they're warm if you haven't covered your plants outside. It is going to warm up, but this may be the last day we see the 70s, not just for Tucson, but just about everybody across southern Arizona that is expected to be in the 70s may not see this as early as tomorrow. And this is expected to be the coolest day of the week. And even with that 79, we're still about 7 degrees above average. We'll still be near 70 at 7 o'clock tonight, and then slowly going down to near 60 by 10 p.m. And then we'll see more 50s and possibly even upper 40s overnight. There it is. Few clouds kind of swinging through, just a very slim band coming up from that moisture way up to our north. This will be it, though. After today, high pressure not only once again strengthens, but it moves up a little bit further north, and that's what's holding all of this well to our north as it continues to make its way east. We're going to see this kind of inch up just a little bit, blocking our pattern when it comes to the cooler air, and that's the reason why we're now expecting record heat to return close to it Wednesday, but exceeding it starting Thursday for the 4-day holiday weekend. So we get back to the 80s tomorrow. We get to the upper 80s on Wednesday. Wednesday's record high, I just don't have it on there because I don't think that we're going to beat it because it is 90. But starting Thursday through Sunday, we're expecting not only the upper 80s, but the mid 80s, and we're going to at least tie the record, if not beat it by a degree or two. Thanksgiving, 88, 87 Friday, and holding on to at least 86 Saturday and Sunday, which again would tie the record. I anticipate putting 2017 on the record books for at least those 4 days. Big Al, how's it looking?
5:45, April. There are many projects under the banner of the Tangerine Road Improvement Project up on the northwest side. They're working on Thornydale Road south of Tangerine. They did some work at Dove Mountain. at Tangerine Road with the signal change out. They're doing work right in this area too on Tangerine near La Cholla Boulevard. This is the newest thing. It's about a week old now. They've shifted east and westbound traffic to just the eastbound lanes of Tangerine Road. There's no westbound travel on the westbound lanes. There's westbound travel on the eastbound side. Also, this is new. Southbound La Cholla travel's been shifted as well to the eastern half, the northbound side of the roadway. Lots of work going up there on Tangerine. That's the latest from our First Warning Traffic Center.
All right, Big Al, thank you. At 5:45, some sports now. An NFL season that has been loaded with some of the biggest stars of the game going down to injury. There haven't been many teams that have lost more players